It's been a week since the historic Broadway Hotel in inner-city Brisbane was destroyed by fire. The destruction of one of Brisbane's old landmarks has prompted fresh debate over the role of heritage protection and where the buck stops in preserving historic buildings. Tim Swanston reports.
Squatting in squalor. This was the state of the Broadway Hotel just months before it burst into flames last week.
We could see the doors and gates being left open. There was a huge amount of flammable debris built up inside.
It was the second blaze to gut the building in under a decade, and fires have sealed the fate of other heritage sites, including the 1930s landmark, the Albion Flour Mill in the city's inner north. Now the embers have settled at the Broadway, burning questions remain.
We put our complaints through the council, we put our complaints through the state government, and they failed to take action.
In a statement, the state government says it inspected the site throughout 2017 and 2018, and inspections confirmed that unauthorised access to the site could occur and there was evidence of graffiti and vandalism. These concerns were conveyed to the owner in correspondence that restated the department's expectations and the owner's responsibilities under the Queensland Heritage Act.
Council did what it could within the powers that we have now, and I'm aware that the state government was also taking action.
Brisbane City Council says it's asked the state government for years to allow it to make owners of heritage properties maintain and protect them.
We need to make sure that Council and the state is taking it seriously, and Council has the correct powers to be able to enforce those works that need to be carried out to protect the buildings.
A Queensland Heritage Register lists significant places, like this building, but the legislation requires local governments, like Brisbane City Council, to keep their own list. Whilst this house is protected under both, these decades-old unit blocks behind me are only under the local government scheme.
The owner of this property in another suburb told the ABC he wasn't aware it was built before 1911, which means it's subject to a number of stringent heritage rules. He's received advice it's not structurally sound and it'll cost $250,000 to simply make it safe. He says he can't afford to fix it if it can't be developed, and no one's willing to buy it.
The concern here is that this is going to keep happening across Brisbane unless we seriously overhaul our state heritage protection laws and unless the state government starts to cough up the money to actually buy back some of these buildings.
And with 2,200 local heritage buildings across the city, there's a lot of history at stake. Tim Swanston, ABC News, Brisbane.